4 Siemens companies pleaded guilty on the same day after investigators uncovered payment channels designed to move money without honestly recording where it went. The scandal was not one hidden envelope. It was a corporate control failure that allowed corrupt payments to travel through consultants, intermediaries, off-books accounts, cash systems, and false contracts. The U.S. Justice Department's statement of offense described systematic efforts from the mid-1990s to 2006 to bypass controls and falsify records. Payments were labeled as consulting fees or other legitimate expenses. Some agreements were created after Siemens had already won the relevant project. Managers sometimes used one signature, even though company policy required two, and removable notes were used to obscure who approved payments. From Siemens' New York listing in March 2001 through about 2007, the plea record identified roughly $1.36 billion moved through these mechanisms. About $805.5 million was intended wholly or partly as corrupt payments to foreign officials. Another $554.5 million went to unknown purposes. Argentina shows how the system worked. Siemens Argentina admitted causing about $31.3 million in corrupt payments connected to a $1 billion national identity card project. The money moved through supposed consultants and conduit entities, then appeared in corporate records as consulting or legal fees. Why did it continue? The formal controls existed, but they were repeatedly circumvented. The compliance office lacked resources, audits of consultant payments were restricted, and the audit committee sometimes received incomplete or inaccurate information. A policy on paper could not stop payments when the supporting contract, invoice, approval, and accounting label could all be manipulated. The legal outcome had several separate parts. On December 15, 2008, Siemens AG pleaded guilty to criminal books and records and internal controls offenses. Subsidiaries in Argentina, Bangladesh, and Venezuela entered their own guilty pleas. The 4 companies received $450 million in combined U.S. criminal fines. Separately, Siemens settled the SEC's civil case without admitting or denying its allegations and agreed to $350 million in disgorgement. German proceedings added $395 million in 2008 after an earlier $201 million resolution in 2007. Using the exchange rates cited by U.S. authorities at the time, the coordinated consequences exceeded $1.6 billion. Siemens also accepted an independent compliance monitor for up to 4 years. The practical warning is specific: vague consultants, unexplained commissions, payments routed through unrelated entities, and invoices that do not prove real work are not minor paperwork problems. In the Siemens case, the hidden payment system survived because records were made to look normal. The strongest control is not another signature. It is evidence that the transaction itself makes sense.